Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an alien encounter video on the Greata Treaty. Before I get into that, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there, including this one here. It's a fun little story about a house in New Orleans where the monsters all hang out. It's called The House Off Farago Road. If you get a chance, check it out. If you enjoy modern mythology and quirky humor and a good story, character-driven story, there you go. It's got everything in there. It's got a skinwalker who actually is a squirrel. It's got and he's a homicide detective. It's got a Welsh gargoyle. It's got a Russian sea devil. It's got a druid. It's got a witch and a sentient house. Yeah, it's just a fun story. There's nothing political about it. It's just, I wrote it just to have fun. I wanted something fun to write, so I wrote a fun story. All right. Alien Encounter, the Greata story. The Greata Treaty, For years, the story has propagated that President Dwight D. Eisenhower had a secret meeting in a hangar at Edwards Air Force Base. The meeting in question was to hammer out a trade agreement with the most unusual guests ever at that base, and they were extraterrestrial beings. As the story goes, Eisenhower disappeared for the entire night on February 20th, 1954. The Secret Service could not find him until the next day. The official story was that he had chipped a tooth and had been rushed to a local dentist. News agencies could not locate this dentist in question. Since then, the name of the dentist has come out, and he was a real dentist, but the records, the official records don't show him having any dental work that month. So yeah, the Associated Press had panicked and they reported his death, but then quickly recanted the story. So yeah, there were some people that thought he died. It was crazy. The group of people who attended this meeting at Edwards Air Force Base were top military men, scientists, and others who would later come to be known as Majestic 12. I did a video on those. Go check that out. As the story goes, 2 flying saucers landed there on the tarmac, and extraterrestrial beings known as Nordics, tall and slim with long blonde hair, emerged. The Nordics communicated telepathically and made the humans an offer. The Nordics offered a plethora of advanced technology, including unlimited clean energy, cures for all diseases, an increased human lifespan, and an end to poverty, war, and suffering. In exchange, all they wanted was all nuclear weapons dismantled. In effect, they wanted to save us from ourselves. The Nordics also had another message. They said that there was another alien species already on Earth, and this species, the Greys, fed on developing worlds like parasites. They urged the president to avoid them, as they would also offer technology like advanced propulsion, anti-gravity, and unlimited energy. They would also offer weapons. The Nordics warned that these gifts would be a trap. These aliens were not good guys. The Greys apparently are not good. The price for these gifts was access to the planet. Bases, putting underground bases and undersea bases and access to the resources and the people. Apparently the Greys wanted abduction for harmless studies. Now, according to the story, Eisenhower chose the Greys' offer over the Nordics because of the Cold War situation at the time. And I can kind of sort of understand it. I saw an example. I want to say it was the Why Files. I think it was the Why Files. You're in a room with a guy you don't know, and he's got a gun pointed at you, and you've got a gun pointed at him, and he says, if you lower your gun, I promise not to shoot you. Can you trust that? You see what I'm saying? There's a reason why he chose the Greys over the Nordics. Anyway, later on it was discovered that the Greys had lied. The numbers of abductions were 10 times what had been agreed upon, and the few abductees who actually remembered the experience did not relate a harmless examination. Rather, they recounted horrifying and painful procedures by sadistic and inhuman monsters. The government could not stop the deal without revealing what they had done, so the whistleblowers, they just couldn't stop it. All they could do was mitigate it. Whistleblowers began to come forward, like Phil Schneider and William Cooper, and I've done videos on, I did a video on Phil Schneider a long time ago. I just now got done doing one on William Cooper. So go check those out. There is no concrete proof that the Greata Treaty with gray aliens exists. There is no proof. However, a number of people, including Dr. Gerald Light, went public about the meeting, and their details all lined up. Their stories matched. Also, the advancement of American technology since 1955, after World War II, has been unexplained and astounding. We have fiber optic cable, stealth technology, and computers, to name a few. Many believe that these technological feats could not have been accomplished in such a short amount of time, without some sort of help, possibly from aliens. And honestly, who knows? What I do know is that alien abductions have taken place with alarming frequency all across the globe. The stories of the abductees all seem to match up in detail to a frightening degree. One cannot conclude a mass hallucination in people who have never met and are on different continents. It's just not possible. What all of this boils down to is that we cannot say definitively that the Greata Treaty actually happened. What we can say for sure is that it would explain a great many disparate whistleblower stories and events around the world, many of which seem unrelated. And the fact that many of those whistleblowers have been threatened and some have ended up dead under mysterious circumstances, like, Phil Schneider, for example, seems to lend credence to their various stories. But again, who knows? If anybody else has any more information or something I missed or something I got wrong, please stick that in the comments. It's one thing to say I found a couple of articles on this and they agreed on this and that. I found so much on this that it was hard to collate all of it. Okay? And the article I saw on the Why Files is absolutely brilliant. Go check that out. That's where I got most of this research from. But I had to corroborate it with different sources. So the Why Files is an excellent resource if you ever get the chance, check them out. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.